Well, surprise! Hello! Look who it is. It's me. I just looked and it's been 7 months since I posted a video. Is that true? I don't know. Things have been crazy. So if I ever disappear, like, you can assume that things are just crazy. That's usually how things are. It's like, oh, or that I just am like, I want a break, whatever. I'm just gonna jump right in. Does that sound good? Because there's way too much to like catch you up on type of a thing. So we're just gonna start for today. No, I'm gonna back up a little bit. Yesterday, we had the end of the longest saga that we've ever experienced as a family. And that saga was getting a new well I always say dug, but you don't dig wells, you drill wells. Drilled. And this saga started in April, I think, of last year, when it was discovered that the well that we are currently using is basically no longer serviceable, and it's a whole disaster. All right, enter, we need a new well. Great. I mean, not great, but it is one of the issues with living out in the country is that you have to provide your own water, which we wouldn't trade that for anything. We almost did, because this got to be ridiculous. I'm making my bed, because I'm a bed maker. Don't tell my mom I was not a bed maker when I was a kid. Well, I shouldn't say that. We had to make our beds, but I didn't do it naturally. But now I do. See, you can learn new things. Wow, I didn't realize this was going to be this complicated. Goodness gracious. Okay. Anyway, so I will try to make this as short of a long story as I possibly can. We got a new well drilled, and for lots of different reasons, and I don't even know if this was the issue, but it didn't get hooked up for a couple of months. And so, do you like our plant? You're not supposed to let this do this right here, but it's so pretty. It's this vine that grows up. It's planted down below. I think it's not woodbine, it's the other thing. Virginia creeper, maybe? Anyway, it turns bright red in the fall, so it's about to turn, and it's so pretty, but I'm sure lots of critters would love to climb up that and get into our house, and you're just not supposed to let it do that, but past couple years we have, and it's really fun. Anyway, so we got the new well drilled, and then we went to hook it up, and when the water came out, it was not water, it was mud. So we had muddy water. And the well driller was like, well, just let it run. So we did for like 3 days. He's like, let it run more. So we did for more. And he's like, well, I'll come back and drill deeper. So he did that. That's supposed to solve the problem. And it didn't solve it. And so the end result was we were at about 160 feet or so. He could come back and frack it, like what they do with oil, to like 400 feet. I think they do that with water wells as well, but that sounded awful. And then there's still no guarantee that it's going to work. So option number 2 was to get another new well drilled. So that happened 2 days ago, and things actually worked. I mean, I think this job, if basically the well guy was like, if all of our jobs were like this, I would quit the business. This is awful. So nothing went right. So then 2 days ago they drilled a new one, and then yesterday they went to hook it up, and a bunch of other things happened. That was a little stressful, and I wasn't sure how it was going to get resolved, but it did. It's fine. And we have water in our house now, and it's clear, and it's not muddy. And a couple of us have tasted it. It's a little irony, which is pretty common for this area and for a new well, but that will probably work itself out as we go. Anyway, that's been our long saga. So every inch of my house is a disaster because we've been dealing with water issues. Yeah, that's not fun to deal with when you have, well, we had 9 people living here at one point. Now there's 7 because my 2 oldest are in grad school now, so they're gone. Anyway, so today is the day I'm going to go to the grocery store because I have not been to the grocery store in a very long time. I was going to go 2 days ago, and then they were drilling, and I couldn't get out of my driveway. And then I was going to go yesterday, but they came earlier than expected to hook things up. I've been quite proud of myself. Somehow we're still managing to eat. So it's not that we don't have food. We have basically no produce. So that's an issue. And we're going to go remedy that. I was going to take a couple of the kids with me, but Brett is home today. And Ephraim just got his replacement cheap robot. He had some money burning a hole in his pocket from his birthday. And he wanted a robot. So Brett looked up robots, and they were all very expensive. So Ephraim had the idea that he should look up cheap robots. Well, said cheap robot only lasted for 3 days. So we did send it back because we're like, he wasn't misusing it or anything. He didn't break it. It just stopped working. Anyway, so now we have a new cheap robot. So I might just leave them here and let them play with the cheap robot. The two middle kids will be doing whatever independent school they can do, and the oldest, who lives at home now, is actually working this week, and she will start school on Monday. So it's weird. My oldest is a 16-year-old. What in the world happened? We don't have any college kids living at home right now. I'm not super okay with any of that, but well, that's for another day. Things are changing, and it's weird. Anyway, so I actually kind of cleaned out my fridge and my pantry yesterday. I have a pretty good list. So I'm not sure if you remember the story from 5 seconds ago, but we've just had two wells drilled. So budget-wise, we're going to try to come in under budget, I think, basically for the rest of our lives. We have had some help, which we're very grateful for. But we still want to be good about not like being like, oh, great, we had help with this. Now we're going to spend all of our money on other things. Yeah, we'd like to maybe resupply our savings account that literally has gone down the drain. Okay, I am back from the grocery store. I had two friends helping me. It was very cold in town. It's like 55 degrees right now. So we're in the weird season of like long sleeves and chacos. So there you have it. Anyway, we had just a lot of errands to run. Had to go to the library, had to drop some stuff off, like at a UPS drop off, all the things. We went to Walmart, Aldi, and then I just picked up a gallon of milk at Quick Trip because their milk is, I think, better. It's a little more expensive, but it's more local too. So anyway, here is what we got. Starting with the produce, we have a pound, I think they're a pound, yeah. We have a pound of strawberries, 2 bags of grapes, oh my goodness, and pepperoni. What are you doing in there? Don't be in there. One of the kiddos I had with me wanted red and one wanted green, so we did one of both. And bananas, peppers, 3 bags of Gala apples, a bag of peaches, hopefully they ripen, a watermelon because they're still pretty affordable right now, and a box of lettuce. Did we get you at the store? No, I didn't. How about this person? I didn't get you either. All right. Got some minced garlic. I guess you're supposed to call this jarlic. Back in my day, we just called it a jar of minced garlic. There you have it. I like to get the big one at Costco, but I forgot the last time I was there. So some plain Greek yogurt. We use that to make our own yogurt and then also to make ranch dressing. Some cottage cheese, sour cream, 2, how many pounds are this? So 2 pounds of deli meat, some cream, some yogurts, some mozzarella cheese that it might turn into pizza topping. I think we have plenty of tortillas, so I only got one of those. Someone who has a birthday coming up wanted pumpkin muffins, so I don't have any more pumpkin in my freezer. And the pumpkin in my garden is not pumpkining. Is that a thing? All right, so 2 cans of that. We also ran out of yeast. This is also something I would get at Costco, but I didn't realize how low we were, so I didn't the last time, and I was not going to go there today. A bag of lentils, some pepperoni that wanted to be grapes a second ago, some spray whipped cream. I saw these. I saw this. It's like a ready-made gluten-free pizza dough. So we'll give that a shot the next time we make pizzas. There's the gallon of milk that I got at Quick Trip. Did I do my dozen of eggs? Maybe I did. 2 packages of chocolate chips. For the longest time, Aldi did not have their cocoa, but now they do. So I don't even know if we need cocoa, but I grabbed one anyway because they don't always carry it. And ketchup, just 1 thing of chips, 1 thing of cereal. This is a total impulse buy. It looked good. It's gluten-free. We have a friend who is from Brazil. I don't know if these are like legit Brazi bites. Brazy bites? Brazi. But I think they actually call them Brazy. Okay, so we're going to try those. Some emergency chocolate. If you don't know what emergency chocolate is, then you have never needed emergency chocolate. So I can't even explain it to you, but there it is. This is popcorn for us. And this popcorn is for Brett's bears. He has a bear tag. this fall, so he'll be hunting black bear, and they like popcorn. So we'll pop that and give them a snack. I just did 4 pounds of the, I think it's 85/15 organic ground beef from Aldi, and then we're having chicken tonight. That is also for a birthday. You're funny. This I probably didn't need to get, but every once in a while I like something sparkly, and it keeps me away from drinking sodas. I think that is all for groceries, or for food. I think that's all for food. Like all this, we just piled this up. This is real life here, folks. This is called school started, and so we just piled stuff over here. Are you part of school? No. Anyway, so we still need to clean that up. Okay, now to the non-grocery stuff. We have one cat who is very high maintenance and needs a little more, who needs a little wet food in his diet. So these are just my outdoor mouser cats who get special food. But we haven't seen a mouse in the house for years, so it's worth it. Just toilet bowl cleaner. I use like clean ingredient, all natural, good for you, good for the environment, good for everybody and everything cleaner, except for my toilets. For some reason, I have not found anything that actually works. So it's the good old toilet bowl cleaner with bleach for me. Can I help you?
No.
This is my favorite kind of shampoo. It says for curly care. We do have, for curl care, we do have a handful of people who have curly hair, but I find this works for everybody. So it's 2-in-1, which I like, so you're not trying to buy shampoo and conditioner and all that jazz. We have, well, 6 girls, but 4 of them who live in the house right now, and so these were like $2.99 at Aldi. So I grabbed one because we're always losing brushes or they're breaking. This is just from some school stuff that we needed. These are $1 at Walmart. We'll use them, so I grabbed those. Our meat thermometer died a slow and painful death, so had to get a new one of those. Also got some cake pans. We'll use them for some science experiments, but then also to make things ahead of time and put in the freezer. We needed paper towels, and we needed some toilet paper. And that, my friends, oh look, that's all the water that we had saved up just in case we needed it, depending on how the well situation went. But it's good now, so now we have all that extra water. All right, so here is this, minus that person who we did not buy at the store. She is diligently doing something, history, I think. All right, this is our grocery haul for now anyway. No idea how long it's gonna last. We have a birthday a week from Sunday, so you're funny. We have a birthday week from Sunday, so we'll probably have to get a few extra things, but this is basically gonna be it, and we're gonna see how long it goes. Here is the total for all of it, and not too bad. It's always a little alarming. Hey, cool dude. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.